G'day folks, Rod here from Perita Marketing. I just want to talk to you today about the number one reason why so many coaches and consultants are failing in their business and what you can do about it. Now, if that's you, if you're set up as a coach, consultant, or even a marketing agency or any type of agency, and you're not getting the results you want right now, pay careful attention because this video could be the most important 5 minutes that you spend in your business this year, right? So on the screen here, I've got a picture of some people on a roller coaster ride. And for many people in the coaching and consulting business, that's what business feels like. It feels like you're on a roller coaster, right? 1 minute you're going up and everything's exciting and everything's working. You've just got some new clients. You've got money coming in the door from these new clients. But then, 2 or 3 months later, after working with them and all the money's been spent, you're sort of crashing down the other side of the roller coaster. And for a lot of coaches and consultants, that's what business feels like, being on this never-ending roller coaster ride. And that can be a problem because ultimately it's going to lead you to failing. And, having spent 20 years in marketing, helping small business owners with their marketing, I've identified what I think is the main reason why this happens, particularly for coaches and consultants. And it really comes down to one word, and that's systems, right? So there's two ways of getting water to the village. You can either, as you can see on the left-hand side picture here, you can either fill up buckets of water and carry them and then go backwards and forward from the well to the village. And that's one approach, right? Or you can stop for a moment and build a pipeline. And once that pipeline's built, in other words, a system is built, you'll get a steady flow of water coming into the village on a consistent basis. And what that does is it stops the roller coaster ride, right? So small business is no different. What we need is to stop doing all these manual activities trying to get new clients, new customers. In other words, running around carrying buckets of water, and build ourselves systems that can attract a steady stream of clients to us. Now, this is the number one reason why so many coaches and consultants are failing right now, right? Is that they just don't have a marketing system in place to bring them a steady stream of customers and clients. Chances are good, if you're watching this video and you're a coach or a consultant, chances are good you know your stuff, right? You know how to deliver the service you provide. Let's say you're a relationship coach, right? You wouldn't have got into that business unless you had some value to offer in that space. Or if you're a consultant, let's say you're a management consultant, or a HR consultant, right, to medium-sized companies. Well, you wouldn't be in that space unless you had something of value to contribute through your service. But where we fall down as coaches and consultants is we just don't have marketing systems to bring steady clients to us, right? So what I want to do is just map out for you what we do at Perita Marketing. We help people just like you, coaches and consultants, to bring in a steady stream of clients on a predictable sort of basis, right? So there's a few components to a marketing system. And you probably heard all these components before, but ask yourself this question: why don't you have a system in your business right now that works, right? You will have heard of funnels and lead magnets and irresistible offers and, paid advertising on Facebook and creating. You've heard of all of this before. But why haven't you been able to put it together into one cohesive system that actually works to bring you new clients? And I suspect the reason is because there's a lot of technical things that you have to learn. And as coaches and consultants, unless you're in IT sort of space, you don't really want to learn it, right? Which is completely understandable. And I'll tell you in a moment how, at Perita Marketing, we can help you to build it all for you so you don't have to worry about it. But the basic systems that you need, first of all, you need a lead generation system, right? If you don't have leads flowing to you on a daily basis, then your business is going to be in trouble at some point in the future, right? As soon as you finish working with your current clients, and you may have already arrived at that point right now. But if you don't have a lead generation system where you're getting 10, 20, 30, 50 leads a day into your business, flowing into your business, then at some point you're going to run out of clients, right? You don't get clients without leads. Now, traditionally, most coaches and consultants and small business owners, the way they try and get leads is they go around to networking events like BMI and the local business community, and meet and greet and hand out business cards, right? And so that's the way of generating leads, and that works. It's just that it's manual labor. It's the equivalent of carrying those buckets of water backwards and forward, right? The other traditional way that a lot of small business owners get leads is through referrals. Somebody else that they know, maybe a past client, refers them to somebody, and that works. It's just that, look, let's be honest, you're not getting enough referrals right now to sustain and grow your business, are you? Otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, right? So you need a lead generation system, and that lead generation system is going to look different ways depending on the nature of your business. But some of the sort of things we have to think about is having a lead magnet, something we offer for free to get people to pay attention to us, right? And then we need some sort of lead capture page. And look, all of this, if you went back 10 years ago, you could just throw up any old page and say, join my newsletter, right? And people would do that, join your email newsletter. But today that just doesn't work. You need something far more compelling. So your lead magnet needs to really talk about a problem they have and provide a genuine solution and demonstrate your value and position you as an expert, right? I've seen a lot of coaches and consultants create lead magnets, but they're really not helping them in their lead attraction and sales conversion process, right? So you need really expert guidance in how to do this properly. You need a lead capture page, and you need some sort of database system to put them in, which we'll talk about in a moment, right? So that's what a lead generation system consists of. But then, of course, setting up the technicalities of that is just one step. You also then need to get traffic to that lead generation system. And this can be in the form of, content, social marketing, right? Social media marketing, or it could be paid advertising, right? Either one of those is going to work as long as you really understand your target market, right? So we've got traffic that is driving our prospective clients to our lead generation system, our lead magnet, lead capture page, and so on. Now, again, you've probably heard all this before, right? And you may have even attempted to set something up like this, right? And that's all good and well, but most of us don't get it right, and we miss vital components of it. And a big key to this is really tapping into what is the emotional problem that your customer or client's having, and how can you come in and solve it with a unique methodology to do so. All right. So we can talk more about that in a future video. But for now, I just want to talk about the system that you need. You need a lead generation system. If you don't have one, then it's going to be very hard to get enough clients to, just continue your business, let alone growing and creating success in your business, right? So once we've got a lead generation system, not everybody is going to become a customer or client right now today. And what typically happens is if they don't, we tend to ignore them after that point, after trying initially to get them as a customer or client. But in reality, a lot of those people, the timing's just not right. So we need an automated follow-up system, right? In the old days, when I was in sales 30 years ago, we would get on the phone and follow people up. G'day, Bob, it's Rod here. Just wondering if you thought about, that new home yet. And you'd ring them until they got sick of you, right? But today we don't need to do that. There's lots of different ways that we can automate follow-up to them. And so you've no doubt heard of autoresponders. So that's one way, but, that's just the technology of it. Let's just make a couple of notes here, right? So autoresponder is one way, but it's what you send them to, the content that you send to them, right? And you can follow them up either via email or SMS these days. And, with AI coming on board, we can automate this whole process so that, you free up your time from doing all the follow-up, right? So you want an automated follow-up sequence. And then the next system you need is really what we call a conversion system, right? It's your way of getting leads, starting conversations with those leads, and then converting them into customers or clients. How do you do that? Do you have a method for that, a process that you go through, a system for doing that, right? And, conversion systems are easy to set up. Now, we know in the coaching and consulting space, the easiest way to convert a prospect into a client is, without a doubt, it's getting on the phone and talking to them and having a conversation with them, right? So in order to do that, you've got to position the call correctly. Otherwise, your show-up rate just won't be great, and it won't work. So what you need to do is you need to have a calendar booking system. Just having a calendar booking system shows them that you're busy, that you've got other things going on. You need a calendar system. You need to have some sort of pre-call survey or collection of information from them, right? If they won't fill out a little form telling you about their situation, then they're not going to make good prospects for your business, right? So always keep that in mind. So a pre-call survey, and then you need to have an automated reminder that the call's happening, right? And you set that up on Zoom or some other system, Google Spaces or whatever it is, right? So you need a conversion system. And look, this is the basic sort of process that a coach or a consultant needs to go through in order to really start to generate a consistent stream of clients to their business. And as I said earlier, you've probably heard all this before, right? You already know you need a lead generation system and a lead magnet and autoresponders and, a Calendly booking system and everything like that, right? Problem is making all the technology and the systems behind it work and getting the messaging and the copywriting right and all that type of thing, right, is challenging for most of us who just want to focus on what we do well, which is coaching or consulting, right? You need help with this. And if you'd like, what we do at Peridot Marketing is we either build it out completely for you, right? Or we do it in conjunction with you, like a done with you type of service where we'll take care of all the technology, the back end, the copywriting, help you create your lead magnet and everything. But at the same time, we will coach you through how to make this system work for you, right? So when you start getting steady traffic to your lead generation system, and you start accumulating an audience of people who potentially are interested in your service, and then we automate the follow-up with them, and that automated follow-up is leading them to our conversion system, right? When you start getting this system working and you're getting the right flow through of the right prospects in this, you will start to generate consistent, regular, high-value clients, right? And look, most coaches and consultants don't have a system set up like this. They've got bits and pieces of the system that they've sort of put together because they've heard all this before, right? But they don't have a cohesive system that works like clockwork. And we can help you do that, right? So if you're interested in having a chat where we'll just sit down and look at what you've currently got in place, and I can give you some suggestions on how to get to this type of system, then request a call with me. I'm happy to sit down and chat with you. We'll do a 45-minute call, and at the very least, and look, there's no pressure because you'll know, and I'll know if we're a good fit to work together. If we're not, I'll let you know, and you'll know, right? So there's no pressure at all in this. I just want to help people because I've been in the coaching consulting space for many years and have figured out how to do it well. It breaks my heart to see so many struggling with it, right? So, if at the end of the call you think, Rod, I'd love you to help me set this type of system up, we can chat about the options at that point. But at the very least, you'll walk away from our complimentary call with some new ideas on how to improve your own lead generation, follow-up, and conversion systems. So what I'll do, I'll pop the link to our complimentary call page. Click on that, have a look. If it's for you, great, let's have a chat. Cheers.